Hi, this is Sassy Sarah coming back to you. I hope everyone is well. I wanted to continue talking about some do-it-yourself crafts that I have been doing for my daughter's first birthday party. And since it's a little bit more economical than obviously purchasing everything that I want, and also I enjoy creating things, I wanted to share a little bit about what I'm working on today. And so today I'm working on bunting. And for those of you who know what that is, obviously you've seen bunting in parties and Super Bowl parties, in stores, whatever. It's just a decorative garland. This is the bunting that I have just started, and I just wanted to share very quickly how to create it or how to make your own version of it. I think the wonderful thing about YouTube is that you don't just create exactly what someone else is showing you, but you take your creative spin on it and basically enhance on whatever it is that you want to create. And so I went to Google and I printed out a template of bunting. I don't have my actual template right now, but basically printed out something, a page like this with a triangle that you just cut out. And it had different measurements on it as well, depending on how large or how small you want your flag to be. I then had scrapbook paper in my home, and it was an actual scrapbook book itself, like so. And so basically, because the page is so large, I decided that this was perfect to create my flags. And so I started ripping out my pages, which all have a different decorative theme on them, so it made it even better for me. And so I take my page, fold it in half, I take my template, put it onto my paper, I trace it, and I use this very neat pair of scissors that I have. They're called Art Skills. And this scissor has this cute little design, this crimp design, that I wanted to just add a little extra flair to my flag. And so by the time I cut out my flag, I end up with something like this, with this kind of crimped edge on it. Now, you can use your regular a regular scissor. It doesn't really matter what scissor you use. I just thought it was cute for what I was doing. Also, you can do a single-sided flag, like so, which basically means only the front part is decorated, not the back. Or you can do a double-sided flag, which is why I folded my paper. If you're not going to fold your paper, if you're not going to do a double-sided paper, then all you need to do is at this point, open your sample and just cut it in half. The reason I'm using a double-sided flag is because my party is going to be in the backyard, and so and my yard is pretty big, so any which way a visitor sees my flag, it's going to look pretty either way. I would use a single flag simply if I'm going to put it against the wall. No one's going to see, obviously, the back end. Now, once you cut out your flag, I am going to stop here, basically, and then just mount it onto my ribbon. I just used a regular party ribbon, as you can tell. These are the party ribbons that you would use to tie your balloons or whatever. I'm going to stop here because my paper is decorated as it is already. It's beautifully designed. There's some pretty designs on each paper, so I didn't feel like I needed to add extra things to them. But you can. You can add extra scrapbook pieces on it if you want to give it dimension. One of the most popular things that is coming up this year has been putting pictures on your flags, which I think is very telling and very beautiful for a one-year-old party, because you can really tell the difference from month to month that your child has progressed or has been growing. And so it's also a very good conversation piece to talk about the changes that your child went through, and people remember them in a certain stage but didn't see them in another. So it's really cute, and it's perfect for a one-year-old party, honestly. By the time you finish cutting out your paper, your flag, and decorating it as you wish, you then mount it onto your ribbon. And you just space it out maybe an inch or so in between flags, so that by the time you hang it, it gives it a nice curvature, gives it some room. If it were all close to each other, it might not curve as well. And so you just basically hang your flag onto this ribbon. You open up your piece. I'm using this glue tape, but you can use whatever glue you have. I mean, again, it doesn't matter. It's what you have at your disposal. That's why it's do-it-yourself crafts. I put the glue onto the paper, put my ribbon on it, and I close it. Now, I would not end there, and I did not end there because I'm going to be outside, and I don't know what the weather is going to be like. So I just simply, for precaution purposes, just put a little bit of extra glue on the edges and sealed it, and that way it doesn't matter if it's windy or not, my flags are not going to be flapping around, opening up in the wind. So they wouldn't be doing this. They'll just be hanging in the backyard, making my party look pretty. So anyhow, I hope this has helped someone. If you have any questions, please leave me the questions below, or if you have any comments. I hope this has been helpful for someone, and just remember, go create. Ciao!